American Country Essentials. Today I'm out in one of my pastures with my 8 alpacas, and I'm going to be teaching you today how to take care of alpacas the easy way. Check out our website, which I'm going to link below this video, and that's going to explain how we acquired these boys as how they support our ranch. Now, this isn't the only way to take care of alpacas, but this is the easy way. I'm all about simplicity and letting nature do most of the work. Alpacas are members of the camelid family. They live to be about 15 to 20 years old, and these guys are not llamas. Llamas are twice the size of an alpaca. Alpacas are raised for their soft and luxurious fleece. The great thing is that we get about 5 to 10 pounds of fleece per animal per year. Their fleece is often compared to cashmere and used in a variety of products, including American Country Essential products. Our site is linked below this video, so check it out and see which products we incorporate our alpacas in. I often get asked if they spit because people do sometimes think that they are llamas. Short answer, yes. Usually they only spit at each other. They're pretty possessive of food, so if they want to eat something that one of their herd mates has, they'll spit at each other. And then during squabbles within the herd, humans only really get caught in the crossfire. Unless you're my mom, she got spit on because she tried hugging one of the alpacas. Lesson learned, eh, Mom? When we first got these guys, I was extremely nervous. What are we going to do with them? They seem so exotic and fragile. How much work is this actually going to be? Turns out these are the easiest livestock to care for, and they're extremely resilient and can adapt to hot and cold climate. These guys are quiet and extremely docile, and they need to be in a herd. They protect each other and are quite intimidating when they band together. Alpacas require minimal food, some sort of shelter, and 24-hour access to water. 8 alpacas can live comfortably on 1 acre of land. Our boys, 8 boys, have 24-hour access to 200 acres. I'd say they're living a pretty good life, okay? As far as shelter, you just need somewhere where they can get out of the elements. Now, we spent thousands of dollars building these amazing structures for these guys, thinking that they would go in there during all of the tough weather. In actuality, you wanna know where these guys hang out during our toughest weather? So wind, rain, snow, sleet, anything. I have never seen the boys in here, okay, ever. So instead of spending as much money as we did in building these structures, just make sure you have a place for the guys to get out of the elements. So this is the area that the alpacas actually stay in during the hottest times of year and also the coldest time of year. There's over 100 trees in here to act as a natural wind barrier. So they actually really like this area. And guess what? This cost us no money. This was already here. This was already established. So we actually don't get a lot of snow in this area. We get some, but not a ton. What we have to really worry about in this area is the wind. So we needed an area where the alpacas can really get out of the wind chill. And this is the perfect area for them. It's really windy right now, and I'm actually only feeling a very light breeze. So that's probably why they prefer this area. Alpacas are extremely easy on the land for 2 reasons. Number 1, they have toes, not hooves. They have hard toenails on the top and soft pads on the bottom, so they don't stomp on vegetation. They are extremely light on their feet. Even when they run, like this guy is right now, they look like they are bouncing, not trampling or trotting. When a horse goes running through the pasture, it knocks down everything in its path. And the horses will actually also create these paths like shown here throughout the entire pasture. There should be vegetation there, but there's not because the horses have worn it down. The alpacas don't do that. And number 2, alpacas nibble only on the top of the grasses and other plants, which results in less disturbance of your vegetation. One of the greatest things of alpacas is how clean they are. They attract less flies than any other livestock, as well as they pick 1 or 2 spots in their area that they're grazing to poo in. So this is one of their spots that they've chosen. This is fully dry, but this is their poo spot, and they all go in the same spot. This also makes for great fertilizer, so we actually take this and put it in our flowers, our garden, things along those lines, as well as it makes for a real easy cleanup. So now we're going to demonstrate how to herd alpacas, and all we have to use is a little cotton string. Alpacas are extremely easy to herd because of how respectful of fencing they are. Most animals test fencing by pushing up against it, but not alpacas. This is extremely helpful when we need to handle them and bring them into the barn. Again, I pride myself in letting nature do most of the work, so we really leave these guys alone except for once a year for shearing. This is done in the summertime, and it helps relieve them as well because their coats are really thick from the winter. So we bring them in, we shear them, and then we let them go, and they are nice and cool for the remaining of the summer. So what Mark and I are doing now is we're going to create a big loop around the alpacas with that string that I showed you earlier. We don't use horses for this part because alpacas are actually more athletic than horses. So traditional herding, you would grab a horse, you'd get on, and you would push your animal or livestock through a gate. With alpacas, they could literally be running in a straight line and make a 180-degree turn, and horses can't do that. So we found that this string method really works well. So Mark will be on one side of the string and I'll be on the other, and we'll pull it real tight. So instead of two of us trying to push these alpacas through a gate, now the string gives us another kind of fence line to gently push the alpacas through the gate that we want them to. Now we won't actually get close enough to physically touch the alpacas, but it will be enough pressure for them to go in the direction that we want them to go. There is some running involved with this because you do have to stay close enough but also far enough away. So being pregnant, this should be interesting. You'll notice that just by applying simple pressure, the alpacas are literally going through the exact gate that we want them to. So to summarize, in order to care for alpacas the easy way, all you need is 24-hour access to water, shelter of some sort. It can be natural, such as the trees that our boys prefer, or a built-in structure, minimal food, such as pasture, and minimal fencing. Thank you so much for watching and learning how to care for alpacas the easy way. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because in early summer, we will be having our shearing day. It is a day full of fun and laughter. You definitely won't want to miss it. Where the alpacas could get out of the elements naturally. What? Okay, during the coldest winters and also the hottest summer.
You know, if they loved you, they wouldn't run away from you.
Love me! Love me! Love me! Love me! Everybody love me! Love me! If you like this video and want to see more, please subscribe to my channel and like and share this video. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook as well. For homemade products made at this ranch, visit AmericanCountryEssentials.com, which is linked below.